evening. Good evening. Okay. So I am your girl, your diva, Sasha, coming into you live for another episode of Night Talks with Sasha. So, yeah, happy Friday. I'm kind of okay, y'all. Can I be transparent, y'all, for a minute? Like, seriously? Okay. It's just you and I. Okay. Here we go. Your girl hasn't been sleeping very well. And when I don't sleep well, I am not a very nice person. And I don't really think a lot of people are. So, yesterday and today, I closed out the world and I just slept. That's all I did today and yesterday. So I am better today. I have a little bit more energy. Cancer treatment and everything. I'm being put into menopause, medically induced menopause. Okay, so my shit ain't right, and I am emotional, hormonal, and everything else that you can think of in between. And so it was not it has not been good, and it has affected my sleep. But I am on today. So tonight, it's our first relationship show of the year. Now, I know I've been talking about we're going to have a relationship show, we're going to have a panel, and I'm still working on it. It's not that it's not coming. It's just not rolling around the way that I want it to. And I am a perfectionist, and I want shit right before I present it. If it's not right to me, it's not going to be right to you. And Sasha, Night Talks with Sasha is my baby. And unfortunately, with it being my baby, everyone does not take and cradle my baby's head, and they want to put their mouth on my child. And we still got COVID. You can't be putting your mouth on my baby. Wash your damn hands. Okay. But people are not, they're not treating the queen with the utmost respect when it comes to my baby. But we're working on it. We're definitely working on it. But until then, and in the meantime, in between time, this is what we're going to do tonight. We're talking about relationship killers and deal breakers. Yeah. So, without further ado, let me get my co-host in here. Swing, are you there, sis? Are you there, Beauty? Are y'all there? Let's talk. Come on.
Y'all yes, I am here. How's everyone doing tonight?
Okay. Beauty, are you there?
Everybody. I am. Hello.
Hello. So how was y'all's Friday so far? How was it?
Very good. I'm getting high, so I feel good.
Ooh.
Been pretty good at work my last couple of days, so I'm feeling good. Wait for tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. So it's hot all day.
Ooh. Well, when it comes, guess what, Swain? Guess what we're going to talk about next? We're going to talk about marijuana. We're going to talk about CBD, medicinal marijuana.
Yay.
I'm working on that show now. Yes, I am. That's going to be.
And I have much to contribute.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, because I got something new that I just found out about a CBD, a cannabinoid. I'm not saying it right.
Cannabinoid?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Cannabinoid. Yes, I
You're
just
welcome.
found a new cannabinoid that a lot of people have not been talking about, but it is slowly making its way across the land. So we're gonna talk about it. So
And there's a new season of Blowing Belushi.
Ooh, what's that?
Jim Belushi started his own weed cannabis business, and so everybody's watching it grow.
Really?
And he quit acting to become a weed grower. And he's no longer acting anymore.
Really? What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he bought a weed farm. We bought a farm and made it into a weed farm.
Wow. And so now we're just waiting for it to grow.
Yep. I think he got a new strain that he's got out, Blues Brothers strain.
I could see that.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, because Dan Aykroyd went in on it. He was like, they had to, on last season, they had to get it perfect so that Dan Aykroyd would co-sign on it. Because he loves weed too. So he co-signed on it finally, and they had the unveiling, and they did Soul Man, for Jim Belushi and everything, and so it's out there.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
he had to put a lot of money revamping. Yeah, because when he first started, it sucked, but he had to spend some money and revamp the whole thing and make it more professional so he could grow a supreme crop.
Okay. Well, hold on to that info. Yeah, hold on to that info because we're gonna need all that info when we do the show. So I should have it.
I should do my homework.
Yes, do your homework, sis. Do your homework.
And I will smoke as much weed as I can so I can help y'all and contribute to this show.
Please do.
You can count on me. You can count on me 100%.
So thoughtful of you.
It is.
Yes.
Thank you. And I'm going to get us. I'm going to experiment with the gummies, and I'm going to, find out.
It's all about the commitment. It's all about the commitment.
It is. I am committed.
Brave woman.
I make no.
I'm willing
I
to do it because I love you guys.
First. I gotta see how these gummies work first.
My homegirl made me some gummies as well, and they are some good ass gummies. They're like really chewy, and you can taste the CBD in them. Oh my gosh! So I'm gonna make sure I take 2 of these just so I can tell y'all the medicinal effects. I'm willing to do this because I love you guys.
Okay,
wow! I feel very special.
It's a commitment.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do. How are you doing today?
Wonderful. I've already started, so I'm wonderful.
I see. Okay. Beauty, how are you today?
I'm not doing as well as she is, but I'm doing good.
I don't think any of us are doing as well as she doing. She got us.
But I know you guys are looking beautiful.
We love you too.
Thank you so much. We love
you too, Swing. Just sit back and relax, okay?
I am.
Okay, good. All right. So
tonight I was at an event earlier for some friends of mine that started a business 2 years ago. And it's called Event Core. And they are wedding planners, but they're more than that. It's a one-stop shop. They do absolutely everything you need to have done in one place. And
that's awesome.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's Black owned.
Oh, that's even better.
It's literally just hit its 2-year mark. And the business is starting to pick up, but I want to give them a shout out because this is a group of people that have worked very, very hard to make their business the amazing business that it is. You can actually look them up on Facebook. It's Event Core, Kore.
Okay.
And they literally do everything. They serve the food. They set the tables. They take the pictures. They have music. They have a DJ. Yeah. And they have the location, and they have the person to perform the wedding. Everything is in one spot.
That's very, very.
So you should give them a call, anybody who's thinking about getting married soon. Or even if you just want to have an event, they also have, I forget the name of it, but it's a camera that there's a background, and the camera takes like 3 or 4 shots. And usually, I can't remember the name of it, I'm sorry, but they also have that.
Is it all one word?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And they bring it to parties, and, people love it because they get to take pictures, and you get to take funny pictures, too.
Yeah, it's like they stand in one thing and the camera goes around like a 360.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they didn't have the free thing tonight, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway,
I think
like I said,
360 cam.
One-stop shop. They are fantastic, very, very kind, intelligent people. So they will be willing to work with you however they can. So give them a call.
You should invite them on, because that's what we do on Night Talks with Sasha. The platform is open for promotion, especially for Black business and Black woman-led businesses. So, definitely invite them to come on. Tell them to contact me, and we'll see about getting them on the air.
I absolutely will.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun out of Norwood, but they do travel all across Massachusetts and beyond. They even bring the tables to set up. They the linen. Yeah, everything.
That's awesome.
Leave it to a woman and get it all right.
Yep, and it's run by 2 women and a man. Oh, actually, there's more than that. I'm leaving out a whole bunch of people. It takes a village. But,
it does.
Yeah, there's men and women that are in this company. But I went tonight to the 2-year party, and they decided to also do an open mic.
Oh.
So I read for the first. Yep, I read tonight for the first time in years.
Wow.
So that felt good.
I bet it did.
So my night was good.
Good.
My day, I still haven't slept. It's been 3 days now, so.
I need to give you some. I need to give you some of what I got.
Yeah, I will. At this point, I will take anything.
Yeah.
I can't. It's horrible. If anybody out there has suffered with insomnia, I know that you understand.
Girl, yeah, it's horrible.
I've had it since I was 9 years old, and it gets worse with stress. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had it in a while. One time I had it for 2 weeks, and that shit was horrible.
Oh my gosh.
For 2 weeks, nothing but cat nap.
Yeah, because they said if the body goes without sleep for 3 days, I think it is, you can pass away. You can.
Yeah, you can.
You can die. Yeah. So I keep that in mind, and by the 3rd day, I'm like, I'm gonna knock myself out somehow.
Yeah, and it's
that's why I like to keep a big grill. Yeah. Do y'all have neural sleep?
No.
Yeah. Have you tried neural sleep? Neuroscience?
No, never heard of it.
It's. I'll show you a picture of the bottle. It's called neural sleep. And it's melatonin juice. It has a nice taste, and you drink it, and you'll get to sleep. Whenever I have insomnia, that's what I do. I do melatonin gummies, and I do neural sleep if I can, because I can just drink it and just sip it. And before you know it, you're going to sleep. You get a nice, peaceful sleep with no tossing and turning with melatonin.
I've tried melatonin, and is that what you were saying, melatonin?
Yeah, it has melatonin in it. It's called neural sleep.
Oh, no, that one I haven't heard of. Melatonin I have taken that, and it did nothing. I've also taken trazodone, which is an antidepressant that has a sleep stimulant to it. Or, well, it's not a stimulant, but a sleep.
Yeah, I got immune to it so fast.
Yeah, it's got a sleep aid in it.
Yes, thank you. But it's not working. It's not working.
After a while, you grow immune to it if you keep taking it over and over again. I get immune to stuff so fast. it makes me mad. The only thing I haven't gone immune to is melatonin, because I take enough. I take like 3 of them.
I took trazodone.
I feel like if you're a big girl, you got to take a bigger dose.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, did you take trazodone? Have you tried trazodone?
I have. I took it for a year. And, like, the first pill I took, it helped me relax. And then after that, it helped me to relax, but not enough to go to sleep. My mind was still running. Yeah. So I took it for a year, and I stopped it because, as it is, I take a lot of medication. I just didn't want another one that's not doing anything.
Yeah.
So then we tried lorazepam, and it just seems like I need more and more pills to make me tired, and I'm not interested in building any kind of an addiction. So, yeah.
Have you tried the sleepy time teas?
I have tried sleepy time tea.
That's not gonna hit it. Yeah, that's what I do. Is, I take the MrzSwing now. That's what I'm taking.
Okay.
And I'm on like 15 milligrams.
Oh yeah, so you take 3. Okay.
No, I take
one. Mine is. Oh, you have 1 15 milligram. Mine are 0.5, I think.
You need to increase
it. I would have to take 3.
Yeah, you probably need to increase some.
Yeah.
And so, have you talked to your doctor about some CBD? Now, this is one that and this is what I was going to get into on the show next week about the CBD. But there is a new CBD called CBD in, and it helps you sleep.
Wow.
It's good to help you sleep. Yeah. I'll send you the info. I'll send you the gummy that it's on, because it's on, and from the research that I've gotten and that I'm working on, it's on the receptor 1. If you know about the receptors 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the noids that are, as the marijuana plant begins to disintegrate, is when you get the CBD. It's kind of like it's at the end, and it's at the bottom of the plant. So this CBD in, they have it in different types of gummies. So what I'll do is I'll send you the research that I have, that I found.
Oh my goodness! Okay, thank you so much.
About the gummies. Yeah, about the gummies that I found. Now it can also cause you to have the munchies.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That is more than okay. I do not forbid myself of anything.
That's what I said. I'd rather do that than go without sleep. But also the CBD, not the CBD, but the Delta 8s that I was taking, the above. Yeah. The Delta 8s also help with sleep as well. It helped me, but I have a low tolerance for really strong medications anyway. So it doesn't take a lot to put me to sleep.
Right.
But that particular brand of gummy did put me to sleep. And so that Delta 8 may be, like I said, the name of it is the above. You might want to check that out. You might also want to check out the CBD with the above and beyond, which is a Delta 8 and Delta 9.
Okay.
You may want to check those out.
Okay.
Because these are the type of gummies that have the medicinal marijuana in them, because of course I have cancer. So
then they're indica.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
and,
I have my medical marijuana card, so that's not a problem. as far as getting gummies.
I'll go at y'all.
You don't need it anymore, though, too. There's dispensaries that don't require a medical marijuana card anymore in Massachusetts.
Yay!
Yeah.
In
Massachusetts, yes.
Mhm. Maybe
So
I need to move.
we have a dispensary. I've been to 2 dispensaries, 3 actually, that did not require a medical marijuana card.
Yeah.
And they had the medicinal side, and then they had, what did they call it?
I call it the succular.
You can call it anything you want, actually, but it's the section for everybody else.
Yeah, I just call it the succular.
Everybody else who wants to smoke and take gummies and drink things and all that. So I've been to 3 of them. They don't require a card. They do ask for your ID, and that's about it.
Okay.
You just go in and buy whatever you want to buy. What's that?
I hate to come visit.
You are
when I leave the airport, we go straight there.
You are welcome anytime, Swain.
I will leave the airport. We'll even go to the house and we'll go straight there.
Sounds good.
And another thing that I want to warn you about the CBD in is that it can interfere with other medications. So you have to be kind of careful with that.
Then I'll talk to my cardiologist about that.
Yeah, it depends on how you're using it. If you're using it for pain, then you may want to get it topical. But if you're using it for sleep, it's better to ingest it. So that's a little warm. But I'll send you what I got, the info that I have so far about it, and you can go from there. And hopefully it can give you, if you don't want to go there with it, then definitely look at the Delta 8s and Delta 9s.
Okay. See, I always learn something when I talk to you ladies.
Yeah.
I know this show is supposed to help other people, but I always walk away with some nugget of information that helps. So I appreciate both of you, and thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, that's what we're here
so
for.
Welcome.
That's, I gotta take my pretty bonnet off. Yes, I am rocking my pretty bonnet. So
yes,
y'all can judge me if you want to in my lingeries in the house.
I love my bonnet.
Got on my bonnet and my lingeries. I feel pretty today. Yeah.
It's you. Well, my hair is I have a ponytail on top of my head because I wanted all this hair off my back. So it's on top of my head today.
And my hair is filling in a little bit more.
Girl, your hair is growing fast. Fast.
Well, it's been a year, y'all. It's been a year, so, Okay, let's get into relationship killers and deal breakers. We're going to talk some more. So we're going to talk about, there are 4, did y'all know that there are 4 toxic ways of communicating? What do you think they are? Yeah. There are 4 toxic communications. There are 4, related to relationship killers, there are 4 toxic ways of communicating. So what do you think that they are, that they may be?
I think one is talking down to your partner or being condescending when you're having a discussion.
Yep, that's 2 of them.
For me, one is not communicating. One that cannot communicate with you and hold things in.
Okay.
Every time you want to talk, they interrupt you, or it's self-defensive all the time.
You're on it.
It's just too much. I mean,
and yelling.
Yeah.
I walk away from anybody who wants to raise their voice. I just let them keep raising it, and I walk away.
That's
Mm-hmm.
would you consider that a person that's triggered?
It could be it could very well be.
Most of the time they're not listened to, and that's just a habit. Some don't even know that they're doing it. Some people don't know that they do these things, and it stems from something in their past.
Right.
Well, y'all just named them all. So those are the 4 toxic ways of communicating, and those are part of the relationship killers. So one is a person that is triggered, and they blame the other person instead of calmly explaining why they feel the way they do. Defensive behavior. The person gets highly defensive and isn't rational, so they deny responsibility or they shift the blame. And then the third and fourth one, which is, sarcasm and contempt. The person constantly taunts their partner, eye rolls, very sarcastic or sardonic. They psychologically and emotionally abuse their partners.
Yeah.
That's narcissism and gaslighting.
Yes, it is.
And the one that you didn't say, but I think that you did. You didn't call it straight out. It's called, I do this one. I've done this one. I'm guilty. Stonewalling. Where you don't talk to you shut them out. You don't talk to your partner. You ignoring them for long periods of time, or you have long periods of silence. I'm good at that.
Yeah. I'm an only child, so I enjoy my own company.
Me too.
if I'm mad at somebody, that just interrupts my time with myself.
Yeah. And I'm very good at I'm an only child as well. So yeah, that thing of me being able to be in silence and be by myself is not only feasible, but it's comfortable sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
I just learned to love myself, be alone with myself for the last few years, because I used to not have to be able to do it, because I used to drive. I used to get to the middle of the night, just drive around, so I didn't have to be by myself. But now I can go. My friends get upset about. My family is upset about me because they don't hear from me for a while. All right, just because you don't hear from me doesn't mean that I don't love you and I'm not thinking about you. It took them a long time to get used to that, because some days I just don't want to talk. After the phone ringing, I just don't want to talk.
Me too.
I completely understand that. Yeah.
And
what's wrong with you?
I did it more when I was younger, like in my 20s. I don't do that as much now. Now I think I may talk a little bit too much. But
it's a hard habit to break. It really is.
Yeah,
you want people around, but then you don't. When they get there, you're ready for them to leave.
Right.
No matter how much you care about that person, part of you wants them. What time you going home now?
Right. Right.
Yeah. And you start throwing hints, like turn the TV down, turn the lights off, put the shoes off. It's just that they're just so hints for they leave.
Look at you.
That's not a hint.
You don't have to leave now, but I'm just saying. I'm going to lay down.
That's one of those TikTok ones.
Yawn.
Those are one of those TikTok ones where they say, show me that you're tired without actually showing me you're tired.
Yeah. Show a person how to leave without telling them actually how to leave. But
what you going to do tomorrow? I got a lot to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I got the bubble guts.
Damn.
Bubble guts. I haven't heard that expression in so long.
Wow, you caught me with that one.
Yeah.
So there are 11 types of relationship killers, and so we may not talk about all 11, but we're going to talk about some of them. How about that? Y'all ready? Y'all ready to go?
Ready.
Okay. Now, the first one they say is, and I agree with it, is lack of or poor communication. If you just don't know how to talk, oh my God, it's just too much. It doesn't, some people get off with the fact they think, well, if the sex is good, that's what we do. We don't have to talk. But if that's all you're doing, then that's okay. But if you're in a relationship,
you're not really a boyfriend. Yeah,
exactly.
That's not what boyfriends. That's what fuck buddies do. You do that with a fuck buddy. I don't have to see you. I don't want you laying around my house all day without talking to me or not calling me every day. We're fuck buddies, and that means I can go find me a real man.
Exactly. Now, I don't have to have somebody call me every day, but every once in every other day, it's nice. I don't have to have you call me every day.
Yeah.
Every day, I don't.
How you doing? Or text me good morning. We don't have to have a long conversation. Just text me every day, let me know you're okay and thinking about me. And I'm okay with that. So that means we don't have to have a long, drawn-out conversation as long as I know you're okay. But if I'm wondering if you're dead or alive and you haven't talked to me, that we break up and you just talk, what's up, shawty? Like, you tell me, motherfucker, I ain't heard from you in 2 Sundays. What the fuck?
And another thing that we as women I don't know about y'all. I can't say that. But I know for me, and I've read other places, that if a woman does this for a man, that she really cares about him. So if a woman calls a man and just says, have you eaten today? She really cares about him, because that is part of her nurturing side of herself coming out. Yeah, that's part of knowing that he's okay. So if your girl call you and say, baby, you eat today? Baby, you ate today? And that's so funny, because I know with Michael, I used to do that. And I used to do that. And I've done that with other people recently. I'll be like, we don't really have anything to talk about. And so I'll say, you've eaten today? Have you eaten today?
I always say that. Or when you ask them how their day was, you actually want to know how their day was. That's over my foot. What?
That's what I do. I'm not very good at reminding people to eat, because half the time I don't remember to eat myself. But I do communicate with them whether or not they got rest, because I guess probably because I don't get enough myself. I know that can bring up problems, thinking, fogginess, pain, all the things that it brings up.
Genuine concern.
Yeah,
there's genuine concern.
Yeah.
So we're taught to do that. You got to show genuine concern, because some people haven't heard that. How's your day? And then you wait for them to tell you how the day was. They'll just say, "Are you sure?" Well, you actually have, because people don't understand it. It's throw them off sometimes. Like, what? I really actually want to know how your day was in detail.
Yep.
I mean, because something's not right. If you want to tell me, I'm here to listen right here. Just looks like you want to listen. That throws people off, because they don't know. Especially in a relationship, a guy who's defensive, you can tell how he reacts to these questions. If he gets all defensive, you want to know how his day was and what he did and blah, blah, blah. You're damaged. And you have only a couple of times to show me how damaged you are. And you get intimidated by how was your day. What you mean? I'm asking how you.
Well, I think that happens in general, too, is I think that people respond quickly when you say, hey, how are you today? I'm doing great. How are you? Before you even think about it, it's out of your mouth that you're great. And you could be completely flat or shattered that morning. You will automatically say, oh, I'm doing great. How are you? So in a relationship, it makes a real difference when you ask that, because you really do want an answer.
Yeah.
In opposed to just coming back with some phrase, a common phrase.
Or just some
regurgitating talking to people who don't care. Yeah.
Yep.
Just like, I'm good. Just keep on going. I'm like, you may not be good, but, as long as I said it,
Right.
It's a great response.
And sometimes just because, and if a person, if individuals would allow themselves to be vulnerable in that moment, they may be okay because you called. So sometimes just because you called, it may make their day better, you know? So they may have been feeling bad or not so great, but because you called, you know, like, how you doing today? I'm good. I'm doing pretty good, you know.
It don't have to be about anything bad.
No, but sometimes
just tell me how wonderful your day is.
People are not able to be vulnerable like that and say, well, you know what, I was doing pretty bad. I wasn't having that good of a day, but now that you called and I'm talking to you, I'm good. I'm doing better. Thanks for calling. And that doesn't even have to be on a sexual level. That's just about being vulnerable enough to say, you know, that's what it was.
Maybe that person will want you to come over. Maybe that person will want you to come spend time, come hang out, come be with them, you know. But it can't be all about sex. So some dudes just call you just because, you know, they know that y'all fuck before, you want to fuck out the blue. You don't call me on any other day other than see can you come over here. You never call to see how I'm doing. That is fucked up. We're supposed to be in a relationship and you're too busy for this, but you got enough time to come over and fuck, but then you got to leave. We're not in a relationship.
Do you think that part of that is that sometimes people aren't able to ask for what they need?
Yes.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is.
Yes.
I mean, that's
you have no idea sometimes that you're in something.
If you've never been in a position where somebody actually is listening and genuinely wants to help you with something, you may not ever have the opportunity to know what that feels like.
Exactly.
Where somebody's actually
because you're afraid or defensive.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They're afraid to tell you that they don't want a relationship.
Yeah. I love the fact, Sasha, that you keep using vulnerable, because as I get older, one of the things I've learned about a relationship is that if you are incapable of being vulnerable with the person that you're with, that's not the right person.
No.
That is not your person.
Because you'll never give them what they need completely, and they'll never be able to give you what you need completely.
No.
It'll never be a whole 100% relationship.
And if you're not able, and what I'm learning is, and what I have in the last 3 years, because this has been a process that I've started learning during the pandemic, that if you're not able to be vulnerable yourself, you'll never get the type of relationships or friendships, because a friendship is a relationship. Let's be all way 100. Having friends and being friends with someone is a relationship, and so you have to be willing to be vulnerable. Like my best friend, my best friend and I am learning to be vulnerable with her, and she makes that good, because as I've told her, she gives me a soft space and a safe space in order to work through that vulnerability, that fear of being vulnerable with her. And it has really deepened our friendship over the last couple of years.
I have a few people like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how I tell people that's how I will 100% know. I tell people I will 100% know I'm in love with somebody, and if I would let them move in with me and can be around them every day and have no qualms with it, that's when I know I'm in love. And nobody understands that, but that's when I'll know, because I'll have to be vulnerable with you in the house. Because if I live in a house with somebody, I don't want to have to worry about shit.
Right.
But if I know I can be around you 24/7, sleep with you every day, and not get bored, and that we can give each other what we need, I know I'm in love.
Well,
I like it when you get to the point that there's quiet space.
Yes.
Like you could be sitting in the same room with whoever it is that you're with, and you don't have to talk.
Yes.
That's my sign.
Just watch the whole movie.
Exactly, Beauty. That's what I want.
Or be in separate rooms doing your separate things in separate rooms and not worry about what they're doing or thinking or whatever. You feel content with that person. You give yourself to that person. You give that person a piece of your soul. That's that person for you. Then you know that's when you got something good.
And you don't even have to be in separate rooms, actually, Swing. Like, you can be... The worst thing for me is being somewhere with someone and still feeling lonely. If I am in the same room with another person and I still feel lonely, that's a really fucked up feeling. But if I can be in the same room with the person and not have to utter a word, that is joy. That's love. That, to me, that is love. And you don't have to separate to have that, because you're right there. And you know, if you look up, your person is there, and you just go back to doing what you were doing. And it's cool. It's okay. You feel content.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's the chemistry. If you don't have chemistry, that's not going to work.
No.
Because sometimes you just want the person to be there, not for any, grandiose reason, just a body in your house.
Yes.
Just your presence.
And I like the person that can lay in the bed without having sex all the time. Watch TV.
Right.
Yeah.
But I like having your energy around me. If I'm at that point, then it's a big deal to me, because, like I said, I'm an only child. My company is, me.
A1.
And you have to pull yourself out of that sometimes, though, being an only child, because you can do everything
what I'm working
for
on.
yourself. Yeah, you
I had
can
two
do
brothers,
everything
but I was by myself one time, and it's horrible.
Hold on, Slim. Finish what you were saying, Beauty. I didn't understand what you were saying at the end there.
I was just it's gone.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just I think the point I was trying to make is that being an only child, you can go into your own space.
Yeah.
And not even recognize that you've cut other people out of the room.
Exactly.
Like you can be in a room, in a crowd, and still be by yourself and be completely content.
Exactly.
Because you've learned how to not want or not need.
Yeah.
And those things aren't good qualities. Because you have to learn.
And it's people watching too.
I mean, I know that I joked about, closed legs don't get fed, but the truth of the matter is closed mouths don't get fed.
No, they do not.
If you can't ask for what you want or what you need, you're never going to get it.
Never.
And that takes a lot of trust to ask for something as important as love and attention from someone. That makes you feel vulnerable as hell. So it's a vulnerability thing.
To ask for help.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Opening your chest up and throwing your heart out there.
But you know what? You know what I feel like, though, Swing, and not cutting you off, Beauty, not negating what you're saying is important. But I feel like this. I shouldn't even have to ask for love. Like, if I'm with a person, I shouldn't have to ask them to love me. It should be a mutual thing. It should look to me. Love is a thing that we give each other. It's not a one you give and the other one gives this and give that. It's a mutual, it's always this tug of war. Because even when you are in a relationship and you love each other and you've been with each other for X amount of years, that love wanes. It's an ebb and flow, sis. Ebb and flow. You ain't going to like your person all the time, and your person is not going to love you all the time. But it's a mutual respect. It's a mutual love. I didn't love Michael all the time, and I know damn well Michael didn't love me all the time. I know he didn't. He didn't have to tell me. But there was a mutualness that we built our relationship upon, where even in those 8, almost 10 years that we were together, there was this ebb and flow. Sometimes he did more. Sometimes I gave more. Sometimes, and it was a constant. But at the base of it, I didn't have to ask him to love me. He did. He just did. And for me, that is important, because a man makes a choice to be faithful. A man makes a choice to love a woman. A man makes a choice to be there. And it's nothing that we do. It's nothing that we can do. It's either he does or he just doesn't. That's just it. That's just
Absolutely.
it.
But I also want to add, on top of that, I used to always say that the movie Jerry Maguire screwed up a lot of women. Because, but no, seriously, that one line that he says, "You complete me."
Yeah.
Women were swooning everywhere and thinking, "Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so wonderful." Mm-hmm. My problem with that one little sentence is, you should be complete.
Exactly.
Before you bring anything to a relationship.
Exactly.
If you can't look in the mirror and say, "Okay, I got this,"
mm-hmm.
why are you bringing somebody else into your mess?
Exactly.
That whole idea about you bring 50-50, no. That means you're just bringing suitcases and handbags with you. Mm-hmm. You need to be 100% yourself before you even consider getting into a relationship with someone. Right. And there's still going to be those times that you don't get along, or that you are low on energy, or you're sick. Mm-hmm. There's many things that's going to throw that balance off. But that doesn't mean you go down to 50. It means the other person goes up 50.
Preach,
on
girl.
top of their 100. So
let them know the important things.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
Just sit down and talk to. Like, if I tell you about the important things that I don't put up with, that I can't stand, and you act like you understand it, I like to have a whole conversation with a dude, because I know I'm not easy. So tell me the important stuff. Don't tell me the little bullshit stuff. Tell me the important stuff about you that I have to know that you can't tolerate. And if I know right there things I can't tolerate, then we don't need to be together. I'm not going to try anyway. A lot of females will try anyway, and that's a relationship breaker. Because this dude wants you to do exactly these things that he said, or you'll have a bad boyfriend. You'll have a horrible relationship, and you're going to be miserable because you're doing shit that you know you don't want to do.
And a lot of times,
that's going to fuck your relationship up.
And to expand on that, a lot of times a man will tell us as women exactly who he is, and we not only do we think we want to fix it, we want to clean him up, and not only do we want to clean him up, but sometimes we get in our heads that I'm going to be what he never had. I'm going to be the safe space for him so that he'll feel safe to come to me. No, if he's already showing you a red flag, sis, see the red flag. Now, if the dick got you mesmerized, then okay. Just take it for what it is. Take the dick and keep it moving. But that's what I tell people. Like, if you're just gonna be out here fucking, excuse my blank point, but if that's what you're going to be doing, don't fuck with your heart. Like, really don't. Don't put your heart in it. Like, get your pussy wet, get your nut, and then move on. But if it's so good and you start fucking with your heart, and then old boy just laying down the good dick, and that's all he's showing you, that's all he got for you. And you can't fix him and make him into something because, well, he got the dick, and I think, I can mold him into. No. He is who he is.
I blame Disney. We've all been set up. We were all set up as young girls to think that no matter what we do, no matter what kind of a hard time we're having, that a man is going to swoop in on a big white horse and save the day.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to have to worry about anything. Well, and it's not true.
It's not.
I don't believe. I used to believe in the knight in white shining armor or whatever they used to say, because I was programmed to believe it, because Disney set all up. Mm-hmm. You have to be a princess. All these stories, they have to be a princess or a leader of some sort. But still, the man has to come and rescue you.
Mm-hmm. And be your protector forever and always.
Right, but that's not saying that there's something wrong with being saved.
No.
But to not be an expectation so that you can slack.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think there's so many people, honestly, that they believe the fairy tale so much they're unable to separate sex from love.
Yeah, they are.
A lot of people have sex relationships and not real actual romance. And then nothing that gets on my nerve, a man try to mold you to be what he wants you to be. And by telling you, I love you so much, I just want you to, if I date you for 2 weeks, and you call me and start with that bullshit, like, I want to know when you get home, what you doing all day, you calling me every few minutes, texting me every few minutes. That's a sign. That's a red flag that this person is too much for you.
Yeah.
Some women say, I want you to make me your everything. I had a man who made me his everything. I could not handle that shit. Somebody who has to be with you every day. Somebody who needs to be around you all day long. Someone who needs, if I'm not with you, I'm talking to you. If I'm not talking to you, I'm texting you all night. It's time for you to go to sleep. I want to know what you're doing if I can't be with you. I mean, that's too fucking much. Women go through that. They're happy with that. He just loves me so much. That motherfucker is too extra for you. He's too much for you. I just couldn't handle it. I just could not. That was a deal breaker.
The generation before us used to train men like dogs. I mean, there were books out there that were designed for you to train your man like that. You're not supposed to train anybody except for a dog or a pet. Mm-hmm. If you're out there trying to train a man to do anything, then you're wrong. Yeah. You're wrong.
Every time you go on a date, you got to go to. You can't go with your friends by yourself. No. He just want to protect us. He want to see what you're doing.
Even if he wanted to protect us, that's still not okay. Everybody needs their space. Everybody needs space.
Exactly. All these thirsty women. I really need a man in my life. I just want a relationship. You get the worst relationship that you ever had in your whole entire life because you just wanted a relationship. And you lied and said that you could handle things. You can't handle this stuff.
The universe understands details.
Well,
when you ask for something like that, you make sure that you put everything in there.
You put everything down. Put all the exclamation and period. P.S.
Yeah.
I want him to not be a psycho. P.S.S. Please don't make him.
Well,
do not make him.
I hear what.
I want him to have dreamy eyes. I want him to be a poet. I want him to. You gotta literally start from the bottom up. Because the universe will give you what you want. You may not think that it's what you want.
Absolutely.
But the universe will give you what you ask for.
Exactly.
They get you in space and you just say everything.
Some people just don't, I heard you when you said that some people don't know the difference between love and sex. Well, they've never had anything but. For some people equate that as love. Some people equate sex as love. I don't know.
Until you come home and watch him fuck the shit out your best friend.
I've never been that person.
About that dick you've been talking about.
I've never been that person. I've always been.
Every time y'all have a fight, he want to fuck. He know that dick good. He know that shit good. Let's just go fuck. Okay. You forget all about the issue that you had a few minutes ago. Because that dick that good. You never resolved that problem.
I don't think that that's just a man's issue either. I think that that's a relationship issue, because that's how that couple has set up their relationship. If that's how you set up the dynamics of your relationship, that you fix things, then that's how you're going to continue to fix things, by things not getting solved and you just stuck. A lot of people base their relationships off of relationship goals off of Jody and Yvette from Baby Boy. A lot of people don't know
how to communicate.
A lot of people don't know what a good relationship consists of or what it takes, because they ain't never seen one. And then on top of that, when they get into a relationship, they don't know how to conduct it, because they ain't never seen anybody have in their life that had a positive or good adult relationship.
And that's even for less than a relationship. If you're just having relations with somebody, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to be with someone to have sex. We all know this. You know, you don't have to be together forever, and you don't have to be, laying up in my house all day. You don't have to be, worrying about whether I'm going to come over and bother you or whatever. Mm-hmm. There is such thing, and men have done it forever. Women are just catching up. Mm-hmm. But it's okay to have sex when you want to have sex and go home.
Exactly.
It doesn't have
without
to be
feeling
about,
guilty, without feeling like you're sneaking around.
No,
and it is. It really is. But we as women,
you have to discuss it.
You do.
So it comes again back to communication. It comes back to communication.
Yeah,
again.
So bad communicating, we will break up a relationship in a heartbeat because you don't know what the hell's going on in your relationship. If something's wrong with us, let me know. Let me know what the fuck is wrong with us. What's going on? What am I not giving you? What am I giving you too much of? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about, before we even get in a relationship, what we expect from this other person. Exactly. And don't waver on it. If you waver on it, then that means they push you down your wall. I have boundaries. The things that I tell you when we first meet are the things that I'm not going to waver on. Not once, not twice, not nothing. And if you keep trying to push me on it, then that means we're not meant to be each other. That means you don't respect me. I respect everything that you're telling me that you don't like. And if I step over my boundaries, let me know. Don't wait till 10 years later and then bust out with, well, you didn't do this. Like, what was this?
Don't wait a day later.
3 years ago. It's gone.
But at the same time, when you say that, though, we also have, so this is a thing. I was listening to the radio the other morning while I was getting up doing some stuff. And so this young lady has just been married to this man for 6 months. And she wants a house. They want to buy a house. So now they're going out looking at houses. And every time that they go back home, he's talking to her about their finances. How much they can put down on a down payment. How much they should put down, blase, blase, blase. Now, this woman calls into the radio because she wants to know what the hell is he talking about to her about a down payment and about finances, when he should know that he is going to buy her a house. Her daddy bought her mother a house. Her brother-in-law bought her sister a house. Her uncle bought her auntie a house. Is she wrong?
That's their business, not his business.
Disney.
Thank you. Did you know that we didn't have the money to get this house before we got married? We've been married 6 months. How long did they know each other before they got married? Did they know that they didn't need this shit?
Thank you. So why you did not have this conversation about your finances and about what you wanted and what your expectations were before you got married 6 months ago?
What was their finances about?
The relationship.
Yeah, but
what was your mama's finances about? Daddy finances.
You can get bamboozled in that because you can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk until you're red in the face, and somebody on the other side can just sit there and agree because they want to be with you, because they want to, they want to be with you because of the gifts that you bring to the relationship. They're willing to say yes to anything to keep you around instead of being honest. And that's where a marriage starts off badly.
Okay.
Is if you can't sit there and have a conversation about finances and say, I expect you to buy me a house because my auntie bought my uncle a house, my daddy bought my mama a house. You know what I mean? If you can't say that to somebody and just have this expectation that they're going to buy a house, that's your fault.
Exactly.
Yeah, when I was married, my shit started off with lies that I didn't think about. And it didn't last a year. Because you can't lie to someone, then they're going to see the real you. Eventually, they're going to see the real you.
Yep.
Yeah. You can't keep the representatives out there and expect somebody to fall in love with the real you and say, well, this is who I am. But my point is, if you're not having these honest conversations, what you talking about? Like, if you're not talking about what you want to do when we get married, if all your pillow talk about is, sucking, ducking and shucking, like, what is you really doing? I don't understand that. And if you know that this man, like, and I get what you're saying too, Beauty, that some people will just lie, but if my money ain't mathing, if it ain't mathing, and if it ain't matching, if my conversation, if my check and how far it goes ain't mathing and matching what I'm saying, then that should be a red flag on you, sis. Like,
they should have been looking at each other's finances before they got married, putting money down, putting money back before they got married. What is magic money going to come from now?
But she wasn't expecting that. She didn't want that. She wanted him to buy her a house from the get-go, but she never said that to him.
Right. And that's where the problem lies.
And now she getting what she knows.
We're once again back in communication, So
and that's normal in a marriage.
You have to be honest with what you want. Even if you think the other person is going to disagree with it, or they're going to think you're crazy, or they're going to think, what did I get into? At least give them the opportunity to back out of the room slowly if they want to.
Exactly.
And they can't do that being misinformed. You have to be honest. You have to be truthful.
Exactly. Even if that shit hurts. Even if you know that if you feel, I'm really not attracted to you like that. That shit will sting, especially if you know the other individual is feeling you and they whatever about you. But if you can't just go on and say that because you know that's what you're feeling, and you go along with whatever because of what you're getting from the situation, the friendship, relationship, or whatever ship it is, that speaks about you as your character. That speaks on your character. No. Dishonesty, and that's like, and you hear a lot of men. I've read on Instagram and Facebook and other places, and you hear men on podcasts talking about women, how women are just wanting men to buy them dinners. It's the new thing out where men are complaining about the fact that a woman just wants to go out and eat on the first date. That's what she wants. And my thing is this about that. If you shopping with your pocket about the kind of woman that you want, and all you throwing out is your money, then that's what you're going to retract. That's what you're going to get.
Yep.
If that's all that you're
going
throwing out.
on my first date. Because we're not fucking. Because I know they buy dinner, they expect some fucking. Okay, well, we're going Dutch.
Well, I got to say, I'm on the other side of that. I think that there's nothing wrong with fucking on the first date, and I say that because everything you need to know is right there. And if you're going to be vulnerable, that's the time that you're vulnerable. And I'm sorry, but if you have a horrible sex life, or he's not quite hitting it right, or you're not quite hitting it right, you need to talk about that in the beginning. It's not like 1950 where women just, tolerated what they got. I'm not that chick.
No, it's not. But at the same, it's not. But even with that, still hard. It is still hard in 2023 for a woman to stand up boldly and proudly and say, I love sex. I want to get a nut. I want to make sure that I get my nut. I want to make sure that I am pleased. Without some men throwing up, oh, what's your body count? We are still living in that time and that age where you have had so many of these henpecked men, Kevin Samuels and whoever listening out there in podcast world, yeah, I spit on his grave. That's so clear.
Did you just really do that?
Yes, I did.
You spitting on graves? We gotten there now?
Yes, we've gotten there. Spit on it.
Well, I personally have always been the woman that says that. I've never been ashamed of my sexuality. I've never had a problem with asking what I want. Huh?
I
will fuck on the first date, 100%. But if you say stuff that turns me off, we ain't fucking on the first date.
It's not.
No matter how much I want to, you can always say something that turns me off. Ain't shit wrong with it. I tell you, we go fuck before we fuck. But
I think you should know that before you get into a relationship personally.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sorry.
If I look at you and see that you got something I want, I'm going to get it.
My belief, and this is going to sound...
I totally agree. If it's important to you, I totally agree that you should talk about that, and that should be known in the relationship. But you have to make sure that you're dealing with a mature man that can handle that, because that double standard about us as women, oh, she just want to fuck. Oh, if her body count is too high, then you just got a hoe. Like,
then that's the wrong man.
A hoe getting a hoe. It's a hoe getting a hoe, but he's a hoe too.
Exactly.
Well,
he made other hoes. So that's how I feel on that.
That's the wrong man.
But that's how some men are. And unfortunately, that is what it is those types of men that look at Kevin Samuels as an idol, that think that Kevin Samuels was correct in his assertion of what we were, of saying who we were as women, or saying what black women were. Those are the kind of men that get the platform, or so freaking ass loud that you can't hear everybody else over that disgusting rhetoric. And that is the noise that is constantly, they buzzing like fucking flies. They buzzing like
and they're whores. They are whores. That's basically what they are. Whores judging other whores.
Exactly.
Judge whores making whores.
It's toxicity. I think part of the problem too is that there was also the rhetoric, at least when I was younger, about there's only a certain number of men, single men, to two women.
Still up there.
Or it's still that.
Yes.
Oh, well. Anyways, I didn't care.
Yeah.
The point is, I didn't care. I'm not trying to marry anybody right now. I'm just trying to go out and have a good time, maybe have some laughs, and have sex. And if that's not going to happen, I'm okay with that. I'm a big girl. I can go to the next person.
Exactly.
And if you want to call me a hoe or whatever you want to call me, knock yourself out. But that doesn't affect me because I know who I am.
Exactly.
And I will tell you that that's what I want. And if you can't handle it, then that's your problem.
Yeah. And a lot of times they can't handle it until you get into an argument. And then you got to be all these whores. I wasn't a whore who was fucking 24 times a day. We talked about what I do. So before I even fuck a dude, we going to talk about what positions you're into, what you into, all that shit. Because I don't want no surprises.
Yeah, exactly.
And if I'm not into that, then we're not fucking. I'll move on to somebody else. And then I'm a whore. I'm this. I'm that. That's a cuz.
I say wear it as a badge of honor.
I say do you. I say do you and be safe. That's all I've ever said.
Yeah, if you come at me too nasty, we're not fucking. I fuck around, but I don't fuck around with you because you giving all kinds of shit up too easy.
Yeah, eating ass and all that kind of shit.
I'll try.
I turned down a lot of dick. I just can't try that. We'll never kiss. I like to kiss.
Maybe even twice, because I could have been wrong the first time. Maybe even twice. And if I need to break that tie, I'll try it a third time. But that will be my conclusion.
Okay, this time let's turn to the left. This time let's twist it to the right.
I believe there is nothing off the table when it comes to sex between two consenting adults.
No.
The problem is when you got a 14-year-old.
That'll be another way I know I'm in love. I want to try shit I ain't never tried.
Yeah. Sex is wonderful.
That's how you gonna know. It's a mystery.
It is wonderful. It is wonderful. We are the right person or people.
It's fun when you get the whole 9 yards, the emotions, the feelings, the romance. For me, it's sensuality. If I can get all that, the sex is great. The kissing, hugging, touching, foreplay, just knowing, talking shit during sex, all that shit. If I'm not getting all that, I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun at all. And we can't. I may do you one more time just to see, but I'm gonna let you know on input. Look,
but that's
I didn't get everything that I needed.
But you would tell them. You would tell them that first time, and you'd consider it the second, just to make sure that you didn't like it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But they have to be honest.
Exactly.
You know, if you're out there, if you leave my house and then you go and sucking on some woman's toes across the street, then I have a problem. Because why was you sucking my toes? You didn't ask me if you could suck my toes.
Exactly.
But that's your fetish, and you're going somewhere else to get it? Well, that's on you.
Yeah, some men have so many fetishes, but they don't want to tell their wife, they don't want to tell their girlfriend. That's where they come into me. Because, or they don't get enough of it. Well,
that's because most women judge. Most women judge. How big did that conversation become when Gabrielle said that she put her finger up her husband's behind?
Yep.
How long were we hearing about that conversation?
Exactly.
Forever, but there's a lot of men into it.
A lot.
But if you don't have knowledge, then that's what you're going to think. Oh, I ain't doing that.
So you got to trust somebody enough to say.
When you look it up and find out the truth about the fact that your G-spot is in your anus compared to a woman's in their vagina, and if that G-spot is hit just right, it will change your life.
Exactly.
And then you talk about Gabrielle Union putting her finger up her husband's behind. Not to mention, it's her husband. That's their business. Who am I to judge her or him? But
and
that
my thing is
conversation
this,
went
though.
on. That conversation
why did she
went
feel
on
it was
for over
necessary
a
to
year. Because she wrote it in her book.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And she considered her book to be a way to, put it all out there. She's another woman who's
a lot of men
in herself and what she does.
And there is two.
They are together and they're happy.
You can't put those types of things out there because for one, in the black community,
things that are taboo are still, some of them aren't even taboo anymore. But a lot of things are still taboo.
It's not taboo. It's not even about it being taboo. It's about the fact that look at how people talk about Sierra and Russell Simmons. Like, they keep calling that man a simp. So because you have respect for your wife, because you love your wife, because you, however he feels about his wife, she's his wife, because she wore a dress to the Emmys and her ass was out, but she was on the red carpet with her husband. He didn't have a problem. Because the bitch got paid to do that.
I seen worse shit that people wore than that. If he with her, she wore it. He liked it. When he like he left the house.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah.
And I've seen men with the same outfit on.
We're in a world that we believe that entertainers are ours. We should know everything that they're doing, everything that they're thinking, everything that they're eating, every time that they're sleeping, every time they go to the bathroom. We believe that is our
pedestal.
Yeah.
We put them on a pedestal, and
because we do that, when they do mention things like that, everybody gasps.
They're still going to be rich when you leave. When you talk about it, they're rich whatever you comment.
Not only do we gasp about it, but not only do we gasp about it, but then we also try to hold other normal Joes and Schmoes to that standard. Like, look at how much y'all don't be on Instagram. Like, seriously, there is so much homophobia.
Oh, yeah.
Within the black community right now, at this time, it is ridiculous. And it's not just coming from men. It's women. And
absolutely.
It's like our culture as people, we are taking each other back 50, 60, 70 years ago. This is not 1965. This is not 1956, where men and women can go to. Now, if you out there with glory holes in the damn bathroom at the park, now that's a difference, but I'm just saying. I digress. But if that's what you're doing, if that's what you enjoy doing, that should be your business. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks.
Absolutely.
But we are living now in a time where everyone thinks these keyboards and these phones are giving everyone feel like they have the ability to question and put their prerogative on everybody else's lifestyle and what they do and how they do, when you can't even take care and be honest with the bullshit you got going on at home. Like, really?
And there's more dangerous things in the world going on.
People hide behind the screen.
Yes.
It's easy to do that because you don't have to leave your house now for anything.
No.
If you think about it, you can work from home. You can get everything delivered.
Everything.
You know what I mean? You want to get some sun, you can create sun in your house. You literally do not have to walk out the door at any time if you wanted it to be so.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have an issue with these people that aren't actually in contact with other people. They're losing their ability to be in the same room and not feel uncomfortable.
Exactly.
They can't even be social. They can't even have conversations because they don't know how to start them. I know that each of you have
the whole paragraph online.
Exactly. And I know that you've seen a group of teenagers standing around in a circle, and they all have their phones out because they're texting to each other in that circle. Like, that's what's happening, is people are hiding behind screens and not speaking directly to other people.
Yeah.
And then when somebody who want to get from behind the screen catch you, talk that shit now, you talk that shit on Facebook, they wouldn't leave and go home.
Well,
they don't expect you to catch them outside.
They're not even going to come outside.
Punk.
Catch them at the store. Talk that shit now, bitch. Talk that shit now.
Yeah. It's stupid to me. It's so crazy how we are. I mean, honestly, to me, it feels like we are treading water backwards instead of progressing we are just going so far back. We're going back into a time where now you are causing people, not the legislation and the governing bodies in this country are causing people to basically go back into the closet. Like, you're doing shit, things are being done that are, you have things against the LGBTIQA community, but yet everybody is so focused on transsexuals and gays and everything else, but you don't see all that little shit down the line where they're talking about you. You see what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, those people that sit and judge, well, one thing we have to remember is that the United States, you know, when they found it, I don't know how you find a place that people already live in, but that's a whole other subject. Right. They discovered America that was filled with people. And the people that came here were the ones that were unhappy living in England because they felt that they were doing too much. So all the prudes moved here to the United States and created what they thought would be the righteous world. Well, the problem is the prude code, whatever it is still ingrained in our DNA. We still talk about sex in a way that it is hurtful and harmful. I don't care how many transsexuals we put in this world. It's not going to do a thing to a heterosexual couple.
Nothing.
It's not going to change their life.
And they're not even trying to get in your face.
So then why are you in their sex lives? Why? Because
in their business. One drag queen is not going to rule the world. Because if you don't want your child to be a drag queen, tell them leave. Exactly. This thing have nothing to do with you.
Again, I'm going to be crude, but if if the heterosexual couples in the United States, and I'm not speaking as a blanket comment, but the ones that have a problem with transsexuals and homosexuals and the LGBTQIA community, those are the same people that are watching the videos that, like Two Girls in a Cup in America. That was research.
And they're calling my chat line.
That they watched it and enjoyed it, because that's research. Exactly. But can you believe what those gays? Can you believe what those gays have done? Can you believe what those, transsexuals have done? Oh my goodness, they're going to ruin the heterosexual marriage. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They just want to be married to who they love.
Heterosexual marriage.
They don't care about your heterosexual marriage. Not a bit.
Yeah,
not every gay person trying to convert you. Not every trans is trying to convert you. Not every LGBTQ is coming after you. They just going to live their lives and mind their business.
Like, really, I totally agree. It's just, to me, it's just, sometimes I am flabbergasted at the rhetoric of some of the people in our community and the things that they say. And I'm like, we are already oppressed. And here you are, the oppressed being the oppressor. Yep. Really? How does that feel? And again, you're looking at you are, these same people are agreeing, like I said, with the legislation in Florida and other places, Mississippi, and you are agreeing with this legislation that is being done to a sect of people that you say that is an abomination. But again, read on down the line. You refuse to read the small print when they're coming after your black ass.
Yep. Because they're already taking the books. We're not burning them again yet. I say yet. But we are taking them out of the library.
They're going to go for another legislation.
Exactly.
It's going down the list.
Exactly.
So our days are numbered.
And that's what infuriates me. That is what infuriates me the most. Is that, well, I'm not worried about abortion. I'm not worried about abortion. That doesn't have any. It's the white man. It's the white man. They just worried about. Really? And I'm gonna keep talking about it. So if you don't like it, log off. I don't care. But I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm gonna keep, like, I had someone tell me when I was telling her, she's an older lady, of course, and she was telling me, well, you need to tell them about God on your show. And I'm like, I tell them about God. I don't have a problem telling anybody about God. But I'm going to tell them about God in my own way and give people the objective. But wait, what do you mean tell people about God? Well, you need to tell them that God is alive. I can't tell people that because everyone doesn't believe that. And so, we got a person to ask a question or make a comment. Hold on, y'all. Hello, caller.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, I just called in to find out what the show is about because I'm not quite sure. So I thought I'd give you guys a try.
Well, thank you for giving us a try. We're talking about the deal breakers of relationships and poor relationship killers. That's what we're talking about.
Good. One of my favorite topics is relationships. And I happen to be somebody who believes in boundaries and making sure that those boundaries are firmly set, firmly understood, abided by, and if they're not, then you try to resolve it through some sort of topic resolution that you agree upon at the very beginning, if that's possible. And then if that doesn't work, then you got to say hasta la vista, baby. That's my philosophy.
My word.
I agree. I totally agree.
I don't have much patience anymore. There are people who do advocate having patience and trying to find out exactly what's going on with the partner, and I happen to like that philosophy. The only thing is, some people are so overcome with trauma that they do not know what a good man is or what a good woman is, and no matter how hard you try, they put up more walls and more walls. So I just say, 4 strikes, you're out. You know.
Makes sense.
Goodbye.
Exactly.
I totally agree with you.
But these aren't arbitrary.
Go ahead.
I talk about it first, you know, and make an agreement. Let's say I and somebody, well, you don't even have to know it, but we agree upon what the boundaries are, what annoys both of us. And if the person says, well, yeah, I can do that. I will not annoy you in this way. I'm pretty sure that I can abide by that particular type of stipulation. So if they agree, and if women are supposed to be accountable for their actions, and if they're supposed to be intelligent, adult human beings, then they should know what they're agreeing to. So that means if they do not abide by those particular agreements, then what other choice do you have? You can continue to try to find out why they're doing what they're doing, and but I just say goodbye.
Now, do you believe that just for your relationship, or do you believe that should be the same for anybody?
You mean hasta la vista after 4 transgressions?
Yes.
Well, that depends upon what you want. Like I say, there are people who do have patience, and there are people who do come around after, being with a person who does display the patience. But the thing is, if the patience takes too long, and if the walls that are up are too strong, then how long do you stay with that particular person? I think it's up to the individual. For example, you yourself, you may agree with what I'm doing, you may not. You may say, I know a man, he's a good man, but he just annoys the hell out of me in these certain ways, but I know it's because he had a bad childhood, or his mother was treats him badly, or his mother treats him too well. So I'm going to have patience with him and let him know that I'm going to be with him no matter what. Now, how long would you stay with a man who continues to annoy you after you let him know that you are his emotional support? You personally.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I believe that 4 tries is even a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, like I say, I account for trauma as well. I'd like to find out. Huh? Excuse me?
I said I believe life is too short to spend a moment unhappy.
Yeah, but there are a lot of good people. Yeah, well, it depends upon how important it is, how egregious the transgression is. But I feel, look, everybody's traumatized in one way or another. All of us, when we were kids, we had first loves, second loves. And from the ages of about 17 or 18 or up, we've had good relationships and bad relationships. Now, those bad relationships, they stay with us. So they form baggage. They create a form of trauma. Yeah. So nobody really trusts anybody completely. So I believe it's always up to us, including me, to prove to the other person that we're trustworthy. But when you do that, there are people who do have the patience of Job. I do not.
No. I don't believe that anyone should continuously be abused or mistreated, or even to the point of where they put themselves completely on the back burner for someone else's happiness. I don't believe that anyone, and if the person that you're with that cares anything or has any type of compassion for you, they would not want you to do that either. And then sometimes you just have to. Four tries is one too many for me personally. But I do agree with you about the baggage. And that we all bring a collective amount of baggage to our relationships and friendships. The point of it is that we often have problems finding someone that would be willing to help us unpack that baggage. And in the midst of unpacking that baggage, we have to also throw things away while we are unpacking. You can't continuously throw those old clothes over there with holes and smelly and rags and tell your other person, oh yeah, you can wear this. That'll be fine. No, it won't be fine. So you have to find someone that's willing to unpack with you, that will help you unpack, and not a person will also willing to say, you know what, hon, you need to throw that away. Let's just go on and do away with that. And if you yourself can't do that, then you need to leave that person alone. We have too many people that are out here hurting good people. And making it hard for those people to continuously trust other people so that they can find someone that they can have some type of stability, some type of love, whatever it is that they're looking for. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, my thing is communication. You have to have good communication. If I have an issue with whoever I'm dating, I'm gonna let you know. And we're gonna talk about it. And if you don't want to talk about it, that's strike one. and then we'll talk about it again, and I'll let you know there's strike two. There's no strike three for me. There's no strike, because if you say I'm not going to do it again, I said you not to do it. Because that's when you continually do it after I've asked you not to. That means you're ignoring me, you're disrespecting me. You don't care about my feelings.
No, I agree with you on that.
You talked about it for 3 or 4 hours, and you still don't respect my feelings.
No.
It's time to go.
That's the law.
Well, like I said, I give them 4 strikes because there are many people, as one of your co-hosts was saying, who are good people, but yet again, we all have baggage, so we don't know who to trust yet. So what I like to have a certain protocol. When you're dating, don't invest yourself in just plain dating. But after dating for a while, 2 or 3 months, and you feel as though you may be compatible, and if you're thinking about getting into a relationship, then I say take out a piece of paper, okay? Be very, very clinical. Do not be romantic. Take out a piece of paper, and you put down what you like about each other, what you don't like about each other, what your deal breakers are, what your boundaries are.
Great idea.
Review them. Make sure you come to an understanding. I don't believe in this men are from Mars, women are from Venus nonsense. Everybody speaks English, at least the people I talk to, because I don't talk to immigrants. So everybody I talk to speaks English. So they have to understand in English what I'm talking about, and they have to understand, and I have to understand what they're talking about. So when we get to that agreement, again, I'm taking into consideration trauma, and I'm not talking about abuse either. How about meeting somebody who has a constant habit of always showing up late, right? Now, most of the time, it doesn't really mean that much. Okay, you're late for the movie, you're late for the dinner, for the restaurant. You can wait a little bit. But if it gets out of hand, then as you're talking about it can seem to be disrespectful. So I would say let's say, for example, I know somebody is always 15 minutes late. Now, I've had the suggestion, well, all you got to do is if you're going to meet somebody at 8 o'clock, you tell them, come at 7:45. And then when they're there at 8 o'clock, 15 minutes late, they're on time. So that's not a bad suggestion, okay? But I'm not talking about abuse. I'm talking about anything that really annoys. Like, for example, if she says, yeah, I'll be glad to call you Wednesday at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. comes, no phone call. Then I get an excuse, okay? That's strike 1. So after a few of those, we talk about it. You get to 4 strikes, and that's including other boundaries, too, that you've violated. Sweetheart, it was nice talking to you. It was nice having you in bed. But before you move in, you can now move out. Nice meeting you. Bye-bye.
Point taken.
Yeah, those boundaries are made of steel.
And I think everybody should do that.
Yeah, mine have boundaries. Yeah,
They should be written down. Yeah. They should be written out, because otherwise you're going to go back and forth saying, well, I didn't know this. I thought you meant this. I misunderstood. I'm sorry. Oh, it wasn't me. It was you.
Yeah.
Nah. No. You agreed to it.
I mean,
we
no
understood it.
And no narcissism in that shit.
Yeah. So that way, even the narcissists have to be accountable. There's, I was learning about, there's a disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, where it's not just about people who, because of trauma, just really are afraid of getting into a relationship, and they may commit self-sabotage. This is about people who deliberately will get into a relationship in order to hurt you. So they will become the perfect man. Huh? I didn't hear you.
I've met a lot. Yeah.
Oh, you have? Yeah. So they're there to just deliberately hurt you. So for them, you absolutely need something like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They will lead you down the primrose path, and you're thinking they are perfect. How can they be so perfect?
They will drive you insane, and then stop you when you break up with them.
Yeah.
So
well,
look,
I would like for you to call back again. You tell me your name.
my name's Joe.
Okay, Joe.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
Nice to call back, Joe. But we are.
Nice meeting you all.
Yes, we are running out of time. We are running out in a little bit earlier. We're getting ready to get off the air.
Okay. Well, all right. I'm testing out a new app, and I'm testing out some other apps. So we'll see how good they are.
Please call back.
Okay.
Yes.
Take care now.
Yes. Let's call back again. And we would love to have you on air.
Thank you. Bye-bye now. Take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you for listening. So, that was interesting.
Very.
Yes, it was. Very interesting. He doesn't talk to immigrants, but we're going to let that. I said I wasn't going to say anything. So we talked about relationship killers and deal breakers. So next Monday, y'all have a great weekend, first of all. And then there will not be a Monday show. Like I said, Monday, every other Monday. But we will come back Friday, and we will have a show, and we're going to talk about cannabis, CBD, gummies, tinctures, and all of those good things. So if you are a CBD user, if you are a Delta 9 user, Delta 8, if you use CBD for whatever, to lose weight, chronic pain, migraines, headaches, this will be the show for you. So we're going to talk about CBD and their usefuls and the different types of ones that there are. I want to thank you all for listening to another episode of Night Talks with Sasha. I am your hostess, Sasha the Diva. Of course, you've had MrzSwing and BeYouT on the air with me tonight. We will bid you all a blessed night. Have a great weekend. Be safe.
Sweet dreams, everybody.
Yes.
Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Good night, guys.
One thing we will do is in our ending is just love each other, y'all. Like, just be safe and take care of each other and take care of yourself. Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.